How do books just like this one make people money? It's certainly not what a lot of people think, and we're going to talk about that in this video. Hello, everyone. Marc Guberti here, host of the Breakthrough Success podcast and author of this book, Content Marketing Secrets. Now, how exactly does a book like Content Marketing Secrets actually make money? And this is one of the big issues that people see with, publishing their book, putting all this time into writing all these pages. How exactly does it make money? And what a lot of people mistake for the money-making process if they think about royalties. Sell one of these things on Amazon, you make $2 because, if you're like most authors, you put your book for $2.99. Amazon gives you 70% of that, so that's roughly $2. But if you only view money-making from that perspective with a book, you are missing out on a lot of potential income. Now, if you've been in the online marketing niche for a little bit, chances are you heard that your email list is the most important asset. And this is where you're going to see the potential of a book, because it's not, I sell 100 of these, I make $200. It's, sell hundreds of these, sell 100 of these, make maybe over $1,000 in some cases. So how exactly do you do that? Because it's not like I'm making $10 per sale for one of these books. How can books like these make, money? So what we have here on the first page is really important. Free gift right there, if you guys can see that. So this is basically on this page, I am saying free gift, Content Marketing Success Summit. We have a ton of awesome speakers. This is a virtual evergreen summit. Check it out. And I put that on the front page. Like, it's not like in the middle of the book. It's literally on like that front page. I put it there because people on Amazon like to preview a book. And if you showed it on the first page, people who, maybe they don't want to buy your book right now, but they see this free resource, they will subscribe and join your email list. And for a lot of people, an email subscriber is worth far more than just $2. And some people, they will even say, I'm giving away the free audiobook of this exact book that you were just about to buy. Like, people literally do that. And their rationale is, if I could get a subscriber or $2 and I could pick one or the other, I'm picking the subscriber any day of the week. I'd rather be given one new subscriber than be given $2. So it's not like you're even losing money. So for a Facebook ad, you got a cost per conversion, but this doesn't cost you anything. It's just, instead of making the $2, someone buys gets a free audiobook download instead. Some people who do get that audiobook download, they even decide to buy your book. I don't do that yet. I'm more of I write a book based on a virtual summit I've already done, and then I offer that virtual summit on the first page. That's how I operate with, the free stuff that I offer, because virtual summits just work the best for me. One tip though, if you are creating a free offer from scratch, it's probably better to do either an audiobook of your book or a free ebook, because again, people who like to consume Kindle books or paperbacks, they like to read. So if you give them a free ebook where people subscribe and they get that free gift instead of a free video series, that's going to have a lot more of an impact. Again, virtual summits work best for me, but as I try different things, I may figure out something different later on. So that's a common way to make money with your book. Another way though to make money with your book is the actual content. So this is over 200 pages, and there are a bunch of these different pages that make me money. And the reason that is true is because I am promoting products in there that I use, that I recommend, and I am including affiliate links for those products. So for one of my books, I mentioned ClickFunnels, and I say, hey, ClickFunnels, I create a bunch of funnels there. You can get one of my funnels for free. I use something called Share Funnels to do that. That is something that ClickFunnels will give you as long as you join one of their packages. So I mentioned ClickFunnels. And by the way, if you are not a ClickFunnels member, I create free funnels for people just to get you, into ClickFunnels because I really love the tool that much. But I mentioned ClickFunnels, I mentioned Teachable, I mentioned all these different resources that I use, and I include affiliate links. So a lot of the resources I promote, like notice ClickFunnels, Teachable, ConvertKit, those are all recurring monthly commission. There are some things I promote in my books that, I get a one-off payment of maybe a few $100s, but I like the recurring better because that makes your income streams more predictable. And it's certainly a lot more than, just the initial $2 that you get up front when someone does buy your book. So we have that working for us. We have these affiliate offers, but then what about our offers? So this is where things get a little more exciting. So let's say in your book, you talk about a story. You say how one of your clients overcame something and you helped them. And the important thing about that is you subconsciously, like readers will read that and say, oh, this guy has clients. Like it's not something that, like people pick up on automatically, but it's a subconscious pickup. It's if they enjoy your book and they continue reading, they're going to be like, wow, this client he helped that person achieve incredible results. I think I should go to this guy and be one of his clients. So that's if you say like one of my clients and you include that person's story, depending on your niche, you might not be able to reveal as much about the clients. Other clients, they'll be like, go right ahead, like mention like the whole story. But you want to mention that you have clients in one of the stories, even if you have to use like the first name, just like the last names, like initial or something like that, just to demonstrate that you have clients. You can also mention some of your other products. So I like to mention other books I've written in my existing books whenever it's a fit. I also do that at the end where, a lot of authors will do like an about the author and they'll have a bunch of their books that they've written in the past. So you could do that. If someone bought one of your books, they read it to the end, chances are they're going to buy more of your books if you tell them about your other books. Don't just assume that people will know and that they'll buy your products. Tell them, present that call to action. And finally, this is where you can make a lot of money. Have a service in your book that is based on your book. So in one of my books, I go in great detail on, how to become a successful author who's making all this passive income from their books. And I mentioned all these different ways to do it, all the strategies, tactics, stuff like that. But, when someone reaches the end of a book, they'll be like, great stuff. I loved it. I got X, Y, and Z I'm doing. I don't have time for this right now. So what I do is I offer a service at the end of every new book that I write that is basically, you liked this book, but you can't do it right now. I will do it for you. And that kind of service, depending on how deep you go with it, you can charge thousands. And I'm not saying hundreds. I'm not even entertaining that. You could charge thousands of dollars if you put the right service together. So notice how in one book, now this one is over 200 pages. I've done this with books that are under 100 pages and been able to incorporate all this stuff without it, being salesy or feeling like a sizzle reel of different ways that I can make money. But you could do this with a very small book, incorporate all those different things, and then say, hey, you like this book, you liked all this stuff in it. I do that for people. Let me know if you're interested in your services. Schedule a strategy call with me. We'll talk about it, see if you are a good fit. So notice how I'm doing a mix of offers. It's not just the high ticket. It's not the service that costs thousands and thousands of dollars. It's not just the books where, you just pay $3 and I make $2 off of that or something like that if you buy the Kindle version. And it's not just, that middle tier, like we're talking price level here, like not overall value of the product, but middle tier price level of like a ClickFunnels or a Teachable or a ConvertKit or even some of my training courses. The Advanced Influencer Mastermind makes it into every single book that I write now. So there are a lot of different products in there at a lot of different price points. So if you feel like, you're still on a shoestring budget, you could get one of my books. If you're willing to level up a little bit, you've got the mastermind, you've got ClickFunnels, you've got different things like that. If you're really willing to, you're making six figures already, maybe seven, and you just want someone to do this for you because, you'd rather just throw down a lot of money to get this incredible result instead of putting all of your time into it, because you can make those kinds of investments in a higher end service you include at the end of your book would make the most sense. And it's important to have people call you for the price, because I feel like a lot of people, they undercut themselves in the beginning. So they'll say like a $1,000, they could charge $1,000 for it, but they only charge $500. So that's why you never mention your price of your service in the book. Because as you get more clients, you get more testimonials, you feel more confident during the sale. Like, you may command, not charge, like command in the sense where like, it's definitely worth this. And even then it might be a steal. Like, people are charging, like, I've seen services where the guy charges $40,000 for that service and people buy it. Now to you, that may sound crazy. But the people who buy that $40,000 service, these are people who, they're 6, 7 figures, looking to really go all in on this. They just don't have enough time. They want that team around them. So for you, maybe a $40,000 service doesn't make sense, but there are a lot of people out there who it does make sense for that person. And, if you get approached by like someone who's making like 8 figures, that's the kind of person who, if you present yourself right and you tell them like they're convinced that you are really great at what you do, but the only option they have is a $3 ebook. I mean, for some people, depending on what you can offer, you literally just left full-time income on the table. And because you don't have that offer, you weren't able to make that. Now, I know that's an extreme example. Not everyone's able to charge $40,000 for a service yet, but it does happen. And in a book, like, you could promote a service that maybe you charge $1,000 a month for, up it as you gain more experience, as you provide more into that service. But it is something to think about, because now in your book, you have the low priced offer, you have a mid priced offer, and you have a high ticket offer. So depending on how many offers you have in there, each reader, instead of, just being like $2 in sales, can be thousands of dollars in sales, plus recurring, depending on what kind of offers you have in place in your book. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want more videos like this one, hit the subscribe button. Also, check out Breakthrough Success. We are on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, also YouTube. A lot of our episodes right here on YouTube. So you will get those if you subscribe to this channel. But in recap, what I want you guys to do is to dream big, achieve greatness, and unlock your potential today.